Morning folks, Thursday morning, and just been walking around. Not a whole lot to report, but whether or not you might be picking that up, a strange frequency of kingfisher activity. Not one but two, and I don't know what's going on. You would not really expect to hear much in the way of kingfisher activity at this time. I'm right by the road, so hang on. You just really wouldn't expect to see or certainly hear them as much as we've been hearing them in the last 10 minutes around Sanford. And what does it mean? I couldn't say for certain. Did a pair crack on with nesting and get young out, and all the noise is them telling their young to sit tight as they come back and forth with food. They're flying quite high up, well, both high up and around the trees. The noise from the road was annoying me so much I've come down to the Windcore Nixdorf screen and reminding me to see what we can do about reconfiguring this, because as you can even see behind me, there's very little you can actually see from the screen, which is no reflection on the great work of the lovely team who spent the day with us to put this up, and guided by some fantastic Narwhals Wetland Trust volunteers. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Rarely hear kingfishers pinging around like this in mid-May. So, like I said, does it mean there's young already? Does it mean they're unpaired? Does it mean this is territorial stuff? Absolutely no idea. But nonetheless, it's always great to hear and see kingfishers on any day of the year. If you've got nothing better to do, I would certainly suggest you take a little wander down to Sanford today and see if you can spot them yourself. Get to know that call. It'll take you a long way. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of footage of the Terns. Immediately jumped on the raft that went out yesterday. I don't know which one's going to win it out of the Terns and the black-headed gulls, but we do have another raft, and it will be what it'll be, won't it? Have a fantastic day. So we can see the raft, the first raft is out, and it looks like 3 or 4 pairs of common terns, and probably about the same or more black-headed gulls. You'd have thought, I would have hoped, black-headed gulls would have settled already elsewhere with the rafts unavailable. So it's anyone's guess as to who's going to win that. I would say I'm no bookie, but probably 60% chance the black-headed gulls will reject the Terns off of this one. But another weekish, we have the other raft coming out. So there's the backup. So if I'm looking at our bird here correctly, he or she is missing a hind claw, and if we were to follow the likes of Blue Peter or One Show or some other dross standard shows, we'd have to name him, and it would be something like Achilles or Hopalong. Okay, look at the other one, look, on the other T-bar. This is one of our metal ringed birds, and I've lost track of the years. This could be 5 or more years since there were young ringed with just the metal BTO rings. Could be more. I'll try and look it up. Could be 6. Will we have a successful breeding season for common terns? As you can see here, we've got some more or less fully grown oystercatchers. As always, when you're near the deck, there's a little bit of background noise, so I apologise for that, but much more importantly, this is our biggest success rate for oystercatcher. So in other words, this is the most number of chicks that the pair, that we presume it's the same pair, have been using for the past few years, with them typically seeing them around about June with a single individual. This is both early and substantially better, with 3 fully grown chicks, no doubt about to fledge. Will they have another bash? I don't know, but it's a blooming good success story. Wow, you just think it's all over when you get in your car and you head home, but before you even get home you spot a raptor that doesn't seem to look quite right to the naked eye, pull over in the kind of east side of Woodley Industrial Estate, not far from the Just Tiles roundabout, and bang, it is a Marsh Harrier. Watched it drifting over into a kind of aviation museum just south of there. So just heading for the sort of top end of White Swan, going sort of east-southeast. Amazing.